Hello students, welcome to the maths class. Students, we have started the chapter trigonometry and we have completed its first 5 objectives. That is, first one, signs of trigonometric functions in quadrants. Second, domain and range and period of trigonometric functions. Third, compound angle formulas and application. Then fourth, converting product into sum or difference. Then next, converting sum of t functions into product of t functions. Now, today we are going to start with the sixth objective, that is multiple angle formulas and application. Then we will complete seventh, sub-multiple angle formulas and application. Now let's start with the multiple angle formulas. Multiple means 2 theta, 3 theta, like this. So first formula is for the sine 2 theta. Sine 2 theta is equal to 2 sine theta cos theta. And if you want to express sine 2 theta in terms of tan, then formula is 2 tan theta upon 1 plus tan square theta. Now second formula is for cos 2 theta. Cos 2 theta having 4 formulas. So first formula, it is cos square theta minus sin square theta. Second, in terms of cos only, formula is 2 cos square theta minus 1. Third, 1 minus 2 sin square theta. And last one, in terms of tan, it is 1 minus tan square theta upon 1 plus tan square theta. Next formula is for tan 2 theta. Tan 2 theta can be obtained by dividing sin 2 theta and cos 2 theta. So formula is 2 tan theta upon 1 minus tan square theta. Next is sin 3 theta. Sin 3 theta is equal to 3 sin theta minus 4 sin cube theta. Cos 3 theta is equal to 4 cos cube theta minus 3 cos theta. Tan 3 theta is equal to 3 tan theta minus tan cube theta upon 1 minus 3 tan square theta. Now, similarly formulas are there for the multiple, sub-multiple angles. Now, same formulas are there. Now here, look here, sin theta formula is 2 sin theta by 2 and cos theta by 2. Here angle is 2 theta, here angle is theta. So for 2 theta we have half the angle, that is theta only. Similarly, when angle is theta, when you do its half, it will become theta by 2 and cos theta by 2. Similarly, 2 tan theta by 2 upon 1 plus tan square theta by 2. Next formula for cos 2 theta, here double angle is there, here single angle is here. Similarly, cos theta is half angle. So it's become cos square theta by 2 minus sin square theta by 2. Second formula, 2 cos square theta by 2 minus 1. And third formula, 1 minus 2 sin square theta by 2. Similarly, if you want to write in terms of tan, it will be 1 minus tan square theta by 2 divided by 1 plus tan square theta by 2. Then formula for tan theta, it is similar type, only angle is changes. 2 theta changes to theta and theta changes to theta by 2. So it is 2 tan theta by 2, 1 minus tan square theta by 2. Along with this, we are having some special angles also. That value we have to remember. Now, sine 18 degree. It is equal to root 5 minus 1 upon 4. We can see its proof in the book also. Similarly, sine 18 degree and sine cos 36 degree values are nearby similar. So we can easily remember it is a conjugate of this number. So it is root 5 plus 1 upon 4. Similarly, cos 18 degree is equal to under root of 10 plus 2 root 5 upon 4. And sine 36 degree is 10 minus 2 root 5 and whole square root upon 4 is there. Now let's do some examples based on these formulas. First example is prove that cos 6x is equal to 32 cos raised to power 6x minus 48 into cos raised to power 4x plus 18 cos square x minus 1. Now here angle is 6x and we are having a formula for 2x and 3x, double and triple angle. So cos 6x can be written as 2 into 3. It will become 6x. Now here firstly apply the formula of cos 2 theta. So formula for cos 2 theta is 2 cos square theta minus 1. We choose this formula because in answer we require cos terms only. So when you apply the formula, 2 cos square theta in place of theta is 3x minus 1 will be there. Now cos 3x is there. So we will apply the formula of cos 3 theta is equal to 4 cos cube theta minus 3 cos theta. So it becomes 2 multiply, here formula will be applied, 4 cos cube x minus 3 cos x and whole square minus 1. Now apply the formula of a minus b whole square. So we get 2 into here 16 cos raised to power 6x plus 9 cos square x minus 2ab. 2 into 4 into 3. It will become 24 cos raised to power 4x minus 1. Now when you open the bracket, 2 into 16, it is 32 cos raised to power 6x plus 2 9s are 18 cos square x minus 2 into 24, it is 48 cos raised to power 4x and minus 1. This is the answer. In this way, we can apply the multiple angle formula for solving the sum. Now next example is there. If sin x is equal to 3 upon 5 and x is greater than 0 and less than pi by 2, it means it is a angle lies between 0 and 90. So it is a first quadrant. And in first quadrant, all angles, all function having positive value. So find the value of cos 2x, tan 2x and sin 2x. Now cos x, sin x is given 3 by 5. From sin we can easily find the value of cos x by using the identity cos square x is equal to 1 minus sin square x. Put the value of sin, 1 minus 3 upon 5 whole square. So it becomes 9 upon 25. Here on taking LCM we are left with 16 upon 25. Now it is the value of cos square x. Now cos x is equal to square root of 16 upon 25. Here we will get two values plus minus 4 upon 5. Now as x lies in the first quadrant, this is the first quadrant and in first quadrant cos having positive value. So cos x is equal to minus 4 by 5 rejected and we are left with cos x is equal to 4 upon 5. Similarly, tan x can be found by dividing sin with cos. So sin x upon cos x, 3 upon 5 upon 4 upon 5. Here 5 and 5 will cancel out. So we are left with tan x is equal to 3 by 4. Now we have to find the value of cos 2x, tan 2x and sin 2x. So cos 2x. Now we are having the value of sin, we are having the value of cos. So cos 2x is equal to cos square x minus sin square x. You can apply any formula here. Now cos x is 4 upon 5. So on squaring we get 16 upon 25 minus sin is 3 upon 5. So we get 9 upon 25 on squaring. On solving we get the value 7 upon 25. Now tan 2x is there. Tan 2x we can find either by dividing the value of sin 2x upon cos 2x or we can apply the formula also. So formula is 2 tan x upon 1 minus tan square x. When you put the value 2 into 3 by 4 upon 1 minus 9 upon 16. Here cutting is possible, so we are left with 3 upon 2 and 16 minus 9 is 7 upon 16. Now on simplifying, we get 24 upon 7. Next is sin 2x. Sin 2x formula is 2 sin x into cos x. Put the value of sin and cos here. So 2 into 3 upon 5 into 4 upon 5. Now here cutting is not possible, so multiply them. 2 into 3 6, 4s are 24 upon 25. In this way we can apply double angle formula to solve the sums. Now let's take one example of submultiple angle. If tan x is equal to 3 by 4 and x lies in the third quadrant. Now in the third quadrant we all know only tan and cot are positive, all other functions are negative. So we have to find the value of sin x by 2, cos x by 2 and tan x by 2. Here half angles are there, so it is a question of submultiple angles. Now let's start with the given. Here tan x is given 3 by 4 and x lies in the third quadrant. So from tan we can easily find the value of secant. We are having an identity, so secant square x is equal to 1 plus tan square x. Now here put the value of tan, it is 3 by 4 square, so 1 plus 9 upon 16. So on taking LCM we are getting 25 upon 16. Now secant x will be equal to square root of this value, so it is plus minus 5 upon 4. Now as x lies in the third quadrant, so secant having negative value. So rejecting the positive, secant x is equal to minus 5 by 4. From secant we can easily find the value of cos, so it is minus 4 upon 5, that is a reciprocal. Now we have to check the angle. As x lies in the third quadrant, it means value of x is greater than 180 and less than 270. So we have to check for x by 2 angle. So when you divide throughout by 2, we get x by 2 is greater than pi by 2 and less than 3 pi by 4. Now pi by 2 is 90 degree. It is greater than 90 degree but less than 3 pi by 4. So it lies in the second quadrant now. In second quadrant, sine and cosecant theta are positive, all other are negative. Now, single angle we have to find the submultiple angle. Now we are having a formula cos x is equal to 1 minus 2 sin square x by 2. From here we can find the value of 2 sin square x. So 2 sin square x by 2 is equal to 1 minus cos x. Here put the value of cos x, that is minus 4 upon 5. So put the value, it will become 1 plus 4 upon 5. So on simplifying, 5 plus 4 it is 9 by 5. Now shifting 2 on this side, we get 9 upon 10. On taking square root, sin x by 2 will become equal to 3 upon root 10. Now we will take a positive value only because in second quadrant sin is positive. Now second part is there, cos x is equal to 2 cos square x by 2 minus 1. From here we can find the value of 2 cos square x by 2. It is equal to 1 plus cos x. Put the value of cos x here, minus 4 upon 5. So 5 minus 4, it is 1 upon 5. 2 cos square x by 2 is equal to 1 by 5. When you shift 2, we get 1 upon 10. Now taking square root, we are getting two values. So we will reject the positive and take the negative value because x by 2 belongs to the second quadrant. Now next is, we are having a value of sine, we are having a value of cos. On dividing both the values, we will get the value of tan x by 2. That is equal to 3 upon root 10 upon minus 1 upon root 10. Here root 10 cancel with root 10, so we are left with minus 3. In this way, we can apply the submultiple angle formula in the sums. Next example is related to the special angles that we have already discussed. Prove that cos 36 degree, cos 72 degree multiply cos 108 degree multiply cos 144 degree is equal to 1 upon 16. Now here, angles are not in the form of standard angles. So here we are having only one angle 36 degree whose value is known to us. So let's convert other angle in the known form. So 72 degree can be written as 90 degree minus 18 degree. Similarly, 108 can be written as 90 plus 18 degree, and cos 144 is written as 180 minus 36 degree. Now these are the angle convergence. Cos 90 minus theta. It is a complementary angle, so it changes to sin 18 degree. Second, cos 90 plus 18 degree. Now it is in the second quadrant. In second quadrant, cos is negative. So answer is minus sin 18 degree. Next is cos 180 minus 36. It is in the second quadrant. So again function will remain same because 180 degree line is used and sign it changes. So it is minus cos 36 degree. Now you can see there two functions with cos 36 degree and two with sin 18 degree. So it becomes cos 36 degree into sin 18 degree whole square. Now we are having the value of cos 36 degree and sin 18 degree, both are equal. So sin 18 degree is equal to under root of 5 minus 1 upon 4. Similarly, cos 36 degree is root 5 plus 1 upon 4. So when you put the value, you will get the value like this. Now here, they are forming a plus b and a minus b form. So it is a square minus b square. So a square will become 5 and minus 1 will be, minus 1 square will be 1. So 5 minus 1 upon 16. So it becomes 4 upon 16. Here cutting is possible. So it is becoming 1 upon 4 whole square. So answer is 1 upon 16. In this way, we can use the values of some special angles in the sum. Students, I hope you are able to solve sums related to these types given in your book. Before starting the worksheet and the sums given in the SNAP homework, go through the links guided in the SNAP homework. Thank you.